What's Eminem's beef with rap? Hmm, very interesting question. Let me see if I can answer this in the best format for you. Eminem's beef with hip hop is that while he's respected by MCs in the game and he's finally got to that plateau, he's upset not with rap, period, with the new fans of rap. And it's weird that Eminem is the only one allowed to feel this way. If anyone else says something about the fans, oh, they haters. Eminem said, and it's like, Eminem's right. We need to shut up and pay attention and listen to him. He's right. We're not listening to Eminem. Shh, let's hear what he got to say. Let's listen to the lyrics. We're not listening. Okay? We're not listening to Eminem correctly. Let's hear the wordplay. It's very witty. Shh. Listen to what he says here. It's funny because we have had some of the greatest lyricists in hip hop history and still have them. And yet we have no one saying, let's listen to them. Shh, quiet down. Nope, they're dismissed as being haters. So Eminem has the best of both worlds. He has the best of what he has. So his beef with rap is an illusion. It is a beef within himself. He knows what he wants. He wants everyone to acknowledge that, he's that guy. But he knows that even though he has the respect of his peers, they will never put him in the pedestal that he wants to be at. And that fuels him. He can't retire from rap because it's all he can do. Eminem could draw. He's left-handed. He could draw, make art pictures, but he's not an actor. He's turned down many movie roles. Eminem was supposed to play Jake Gyllenhaal's role in Southpaw. Instead, he just did the movie soundtrack. He was supposed to be the villain in Die Hard 4, the cyber villain. He read the part, he read the script, he was going to do it, then he pulled out at the last minute. This is what Eminem does. This is his career. This has always been his foundation. But his beef has always been his own inner demons. It's in his own head. He cannot be happy. He don't know how to be. And he keeps searching for it. Using outer extensions to try to be that or capture that happiness. Like I need something outside of me to capture this happiness. Like my daughter, I want to focus on her. That's where my happiness needs to be right now. So for Eminem, this thing is greater than anything someone else has seen. For him, it means something. It's a lot deeper because he's battling himself. Most of the people would kill to have Eminem's fan base. They would. They love that fan base. They want Eminem fan base so bad. They wish they could go and do tours in countries you can't even pronounce and get paid all this money for records that are basically mediocre. Like Eminem, to what you guys may not understand or believe, He watches everything on YouTube. See, here's some things you don't probably know about myself, but you should have picked up on, is I know people that know this man, that went with this man, slept in the same room with this man, rapped with this man. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't finna say no names because, don't want to put them, under the radar or under the bus. But Eminem is an artist who is very unsure of himself. And you can tell from the way he raps. He's very unsure about a lot of things that he do. He'll be in one direction and at the last minute would pull everything and go in a whole different direction. A guy like that can be manipulated when other people are making the moves for them. He suffers from anxiety. Oh, great. I got an injury report. Great. Just great. The guy I got on the bench is doing good. Meanwhile, another player of mine is injured. Just great. Every week. So now, Eminem has to change the game. Eminem has to step up. Whenever it's time for him to make that record, that album, can't do it. Everybody's still holding on to his first 3 albums, 4 albums. Nobody talks about no other Eminem song, except for that Recovery album, the one that got I'm Not Afraid on it. Besides that, you haven't talked about Eminem album, and since doggone Kamikaze. That's it. Recovery, it was dumped on so heavily because it was so much trash. He just couldn't believe finally somebody was calling him trash. He could not believe it. That no matter all the payola and all the people they had under their thumb, the writers to give them all great stuff, like 4 or 5 stars in magazines, and that the public was like, this is trash. So Kamikaze, Eminem thought he was back and thought like, all right, I'm ready to go. Here it is, Music to Murder By. He dropped out the other album, right? Right after he thought he was back after doing his kill shot. His diss response to MGK. Here he comes. He's inspired. He jumps in the water. Dud. It's a dud. And everybody wants to defend Eminem and comes up, oh man, Eminem album is selling real good in Oscar Bosch. He's #1 in like 11 different countries. Is anybody caring about that in hip hop? He knows in hip hop that gives you about a squirt of piss. That is about what it's worth. You get no respect for that in hip hop. So all of that is just for fans to run around and throw around. In hip hop, we don't care about that. We care about the music. We care about if it's dope. And he knows he's not making dope music. He's crossed over to this alternative rock rap. And he even raps about in his lyric. Oh, Eminem's gone pop because now he's doing this alternative thing. Yeah. Yeah, you have. You gone pop. So your pop fans are the ones that you should be upset with. They're not supporting your albums. Because we've been out. We've been out. Kamikaze got mad because nobody wanted to buy the religious album he made. I'm religious now. I was a Satanist all this time, and now this is the revival. Come on, Ed Sheeran, let's sing a song. Get your guitar. And now I say myself. Y'all went for this crap. Y'all patted him on the back when he was doing it the first time out. Oh, I love that Haley song when he's singing about his daughter. It's such a great song. I'm like, that song is trash. But if he likes it, and he wanted to just dedicate that to his daughter, and that's a personal song. Next thing you know, he's doing that more and more. Looks like he's trying to turn into Whitey Ford. So, what does all this mean, Mr. Carcino? Well, to Mr. Carcino, it goes like this. Don't forget to support the page too, and hit up the Cash App, which is Carcino, Karceno. And let's get into the gist of this. Eminem's fame was built off artificial propaganda, him battling pop acts, dyeing his hair blonde, fake blue eyes, you know, gimmick. Him dressing up like Marilyn Manson, 9 Inch Nails. Hi, my name is, my name is. So he fought to be relevant, to be accepted, because lyrically he could rap. And I knew that right away. And I heard Role Model, I said, ooh, yeah, this is a rap. You know, he can rap. He's not just a gimmick, he can rap. When all the people who wouldn't listen to Eminem, who was around me, believe me, they did not play Eminem until they heard Stan. Once they heard Stan, they was like, oh, okay, yeah, white boy kind of dope. That's nice. No, he could rap. Somebody came in said, no, white boy could rap. That's the only time he got his props. Then the next album comes out, and everybody black know he can rap. White folks know he can rap. White folks just like they got a white rapper. But M can rap. So I listened to his albums. I listened to the lyrics. I listened to everything. So I listened to his second album. And there were some filler songs, but that's beside the point. The album was great. It was the last time he was able to be himself. And since he was not able to be himself anymore, he had to change. Now you're going to say, oh, what did he change into, Sino? It's very simple. M had to change into what you didn't see. He had to adjust his life. And this is why I like his third CD, The Eminem Show. Probably the best CD he ever made. That album is based on a lot of different changes. This is him finally being rich. You know, he had some money. He was making some money when he was doing the second one, but he was still broke. Eminem Show, he is the Eminem, sold 10 million records, the last one. Now the fallout of this. He can't go to places he normally used to go to. He can't walk down the street with his daughter anymore. That's out. All of that's over. His life is different. And now he's got to be alienated from the rest of the world. And all he wanted to do was make some records so he could provide and take care of his daughter so she could have a better life. And now he's forced to live into this bubble where it's like the Truman Show. His whole life is on blast for the whole world to see. And this is the results of this, of the success, and the part that sucks. So a lot of people missed that during the album, but this is what this album's about. And it's the theme and the motivation behind it. I listened to it and I understand it. Then I understood what was going on with his Encore album. Encore album was the last gas of Eminem. He had nothing left. It was deadline. They needed an Eminem album. He didn't feel like making an Eminem album. He didn't know what is his motivation behind the album. He didn't have one. So they were like, we're going back to the old Eminem. We're going back to being silly and goofy and all the other stuff. That's the Eminem people remember. That's the Eminem they love. We got to go back to that Eminem. That didn't work because he's already been past all that years ago. You can't just hit the switch and go back to being goofy Eminem to where no one respected you really and you're just doing gimmicks. Don't work. That's going to die in the water. And I think he was in conflict with that decision. And on that album, you can tell from the raps, he'll do a little silly rap and then he'll go back to like, hey, I'm still an MC. This is what I'm about. He was in a mix where this wanted to be his last album because he's just like, I don't want to be that whack artist that's out there just keep making records, and they not doing anything. But he doesn't know how to run a company. He doesn't know how to manage talent. He doesn't know how to get the best from his own label. You have 50 Cent, the biggest star in the world, on your label. One of the most greatest minds in the game there was. And he helped bring in more money to you, Eminem, in your pockets, almost than you did on your own albums. Go figure. I had a problem with you getting paid off Biggie and Tupac when you didn't even have anything to do with Biggie and Tupac. And basically, they just dumped it on your lap and said, here's Biggie and Tupac's song. We're giving it to Eminem. I have a problem with that. And you should have had a problem with that. This is what I mean by Eminem and what he did wrong. Where every time he should have said, sorry, nah. That should go to somebody like LL Cool J. I mean, somebody that's Rakim or one of those type of artists. They need to be on that record. I think it would be disrespectful for me to touch a Biggie and Tupac record and I just came in the game. I'm like, that just don't even seem right that I would be on that record with them. It's just, or I'm producing the record. It's just, that doesn't even make sense. Put Nas. Let Nas rap on Tupac and Biggie. Let Nas be in that. Somebody from that era. They deserve that, not me. Because that'll cause more problems for me than it would help me. But he didn't. He took it. He did a lot of things like that. It's where I started to have a problem with Eminem. So, anyway, I'm out. Hopefully, I answered your question for you. And don't forget to subscribe to the page, hit the notification bell. Don't forget to hit the Patreon up because we give a lot of behind the scenes to a lot of these things that we can't really say here on YouTube because they kind of, you know how they do. So anyway, I'm out. Be blessed. Love your family. I'm out.